everyone. In this video, we will cover the current affairs. I am Nuzhat Sana. For mobile optimized ebooks, please install GK Today Academy app. You can attend the quizzes on this app for better practice, and after that you can also read the detailed explanation of the questions you have missed. For regular updates, please check our Telegram channel. The link is given in the description box. You can subscribe to it if you find it relevant. For hard copy books, you can visit our website gktbooks.com. Okay. Also, our latest initiative is UPSC Prelims Test Series for 2021 and 2022 in GK Today Academy app. So if you are appearing in UPSC Prelims, you may consider joining this. So now, without wasting any further time, let's get started.
So today we'll be discussing most important MCQs for 23rd July 2021. Starting with very first question, to which field Project 75I is related to? So this is related to Defense Ministry's ambitious project to design and construct submarines for Indian Navy indigenously. Actually, recently what happened is the Defense Minister has issued a tender amounting 50,000 crore rupees for building 6 conventional submarines under the Project 75I, and the tenders have been issued to Mazagon Dockyards Limited along with Larsen & Toubro. Now, few days back we have talked about INS Sarvekshak because recently it has completed the survey data of MV Express Pearl acid leak and fire accident. Then INS Tabor is important. Why? Because it has participated in the military exercise with Italian Navy recently. Then there is INS Rajput, and it has been decommissioned recently after completing 41 years of its service by the Indian Navy. And do remember that it is the first destroyer of the Rajput class of Indian Navy. Then INS Vikrant is important because it is India's first indigenous aircraft carrier, and it has been received recently and now will be commissioned by mid-2022. Apart from all these things, we celebrate National Maritime Day on 5th of April to support global economy through sea transport. Nowadays, you would have heard about the Hilsa fish because it has been caught in UP, Bihar and Jharkhand for the very first time in 3 decades. Now, can you tell me, Matsya Setu app, which is for fishermen, has been launched by which institution? Please write your answers in the comment section. Question number 2. Which ministry is associated with the National Logistics Excellence Awards launched recently? So recently the government has launched this type of award, and the awards are in the 2 categories. So recently the government has launched the National Logistics Excellence Award, and the awards are in 2 categories. The first group includes logistics infrastructure, or you can say service providers, and the second one is for various user industries. So now organizations will be invited to submit entries through the Ministry of Commerce and Industry website, and the shortlisted entrants will present their case to a national jury panel, and the winners will be announced on 31st October 2021. Now, apart from it, recently Ministry of Tourism has formulated a draft national strategy and roadmap for development of rural tourism in India, which is an initiative towards Atmanirbhar Bharat. For this purpose, this ministry has also invited feedback from all the state governments and union territory authorities regarding the policy. Actually, this strategy focuses on new ideas like digital technology, development clusters, etc. And it has also identified rural circuit as one of the thematic circuits under Swadesh Darshan scheme. Apart from it, recently Ministry of Education has designed and launched School Innovation Ambassador Training Program. Then there is one more campaign, COVID Tika Sang Surakshit Van Dhan aur Udyam. This has been launched by Tribal Affairs Ministry, and this aim to beat basically the myths, rumors and misinformations regarding COVID vaccine. Then apart from it, recently Ministry of Defense has launched India's first artificial intelligence powered grievance management application, and this is also the first artificial intelligence based system developed to improve grievance redressal in the government, and this tool can also understand the content of complaints, and it can also identify the spams automatically. Now, under Prasad scheme, Tourism Facilitation Center has been inaugurated. Now you have to tell me what does Prashad stands for. Please write in the comment section. Question number 3. Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, that is DACA, which was making the news recently, is associated with which country? So actually this program is an immigration policy that grants some extra rights to illegal immigrants who were brought into the USA as minors. So this is from USA, and as per the program they can claim a renewable 2-year period of deferred action from deportation and also can receive work permits. So recently what happened is a federal judge in Texas has ruled that 2012 DACA program, which was created by former President Barack Obama, is illegal because Congress never properly approved it. So due to approval problems, it has been declared there illegal. Okay. Now USA was also in news because of its CRT, that is critical race theory, because it acknowledges that systematic racism is a part of USA. And it was in news due to the killings of George Floyd and Breonna Taylor. These two personalities were killed by policemen there, and for this a police officer named as Derek Chauvin has been sentenced for 22.5 years of imprisonment. And do remember that this is the longest term of imprisonment ever imposed on any police officer. Now apart from it, recently Indian Navy has received MH-60 Romeo helicopters from the country USA. Then Levon Aronian is important. He is an Armenian American and recently he has won the Gold Money Asian Rapid Online Chess title 2021. Then also US government has recently unveiled an online hub for the victims of ransomware attacks. So this will actually help the companies to find resources and also to get help if they are targeted by cyber hackers. Then apart from it, US government has cancelled the JD project, which is Joint Enterprise Defense Infrastructure Project, and now there would be JWCC, means Joint Warfighter Cloud Capability Project. So under this, US administration will divide the contract between multiple companies now. Now can you tell me the heartbeat bill, which is from USA and was in controversy few days back, is related to what thing? Question number 4. With $608.99 billion worth of forex reserves, what is India's rank as largest forex reserve holder? So as on 25th of June 2021, India's forex reserves stood at USD $608.99 billion. And this makes India the 5th largest foreign exchange reserve holder in the world. And which are the other 4? China, Japan, Switzerland and Russia. So India's forex reserve comprises of foreign currency assets, gold, SDR, that is special drawing rights, and RTP, that is reserve transposition, all in IMF. Can you tell me World Bank and IMF were established by which committee? Talking about World Bank, recently Government of India has signed loan agreement with World Bank to develop GNHCP, that is Green National Highway Corridor project. So this project includes upgradation of about 781 kilometers length of various national highways passing through states of Rajasthan, Himachal Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh and Andhra Pradesh. So this project is estimated to be completed by December 2025. And who is our Minister of Road Transport and Highways? It is Nitin Gadkari. Now there is Startup India Showcase, which is in news these days. Why? Because it is the online discovery platform for the most promising startups of the country. So this name is quite important. Last month we have studied that India was at the 4th position in this forex reserve holder list along with Russia. But now India is at 5th position. Question number 5. Indian Institute of Heritage has been proposed to be set up in which city? So the Union government has decided to set up the Indian Institute of Heritage in Noida as an umbrella body under which all heritage institutes in the country will operate. So this institute will offer Masters and PhD courses in history of arts, archaeology, manuscriptology and various others. So it will be a deemed to be university institute formed by integrating the Institute of Archaeology, then National Research Laboratory for Conservation of Cultural Property, then NMICHM, that is National Museum Institute of History of Conservation and Museology, and Academic Wing of Indira Gandhi National Center for the Arts. So these organizations would be integrated to form this deemed to be university. Now apart from it, recently Tripura has initiated steps to promote commercial cultivation of agar by launching Tripura Agar Wood Policy 2021. So this will aim to double the agar wood production by the year 2025. And this agar is actually used in perfume industries. Then apart from it, National Dolphin Research Center is proposed to be constructed in Patna, and this is seen as a huge leap to conserve the endangered Gangetic river dolphin species in India. Then National Forensic Science University is located in Ahmedabad, and this was in news because recently Amit Shah has inaugurated the newly built Center of Excellence for Research and Analysis for Narcotics there. Question number 6. Ganymede, which was making news recently, is the moon of which planet? So Ganymede is a satellite of Jupiter, and it is the largest and most massive of the moons present in the solar system, and it is also the 9th largest object of the solar system, including the sun. So recently the US Space Agency NASA has released a new video in which its Juno spacecraft was seen flying to Jupiter's moon Ganymede. So this video shows several of the moon's dark and light regions as well as the crater rose, which is one of the largest and brightest crater scales on Ganymede there. Now apart from it, as per a recent NASA study, nuisance floods will occur frequently in 2030 due to the wobble in the orbit of moon. Then there is NEA Scout, which is actually a new spacecraft of NASA, and it would be in the orbit by November 2021. Then few days back we have talked about Enceladus. It is the 6th largest moon of the planet Saturn, and recently NASA's Carrier spacecraft has detected an unusual high concentration of methane, carbon dioxide and hydrogen there. Then Ganymede was also in news few days back because NASA's Hubble Space Telescope has spotted massive saltwater ocean under the icy crust of Ganymede. Okay. Question number 7. Pedro Castillo has been elected as the new president of which country? So he is actually rural teacher turned politician, and he became the winner of Peru's presidential election. So he has been elected as new president of Peru. And do remember that he is said to be the first peasant to become the president of the country. And he defeated right-wing politician Keiko Fujimori, who was backed by traditional elites by just 44,000 votes. Talking about Peru, it is the world's second largest copper producer, and its economy is devastated by the coronavirus pandemic, hence increasing the poverty level to almost 1/3 of the population. Now talking about some more recent appointments. Recently, Haiti President Jovenel Moïse has been assassinated. Then there is Sher Bahadur Deoba, who is now new Prime Minister of Nepal. The new President of Iran is Ibrahim Raisi. New President of Syria is Bashar al-Assad. And new Prime Minister of Israel is Naftali Bennett. Now few days back, Central African Republic has its new Prime Minister. And who is it? Henry Mary Dondra. Then Antonio Guterres is important because recently he has got the approval by United Nations Security Council for his second term as general. Then our new election commissioner is Anup Chandra Pandey. Now you have to tell me who is the first woman to head UNCTAD. Please write in the comment section. Question number 8. Which institution released Inequality Report 2021, India's Unequal Healthcare Story? So recently this has been released by the Oxfam International, and as per the report, the states attempting to reduce existing inequalities between the general category and SC/ST population had lower confirmed cases of COVID-19, such as Telangana, Himachal Pradesh and Rajasthan, and also those states that have had higher GDP expenditure on health such as Assam, Bihar and Goa have higher recovery rates of COVID cases. So this is a report by Oxfam International. Now few days back we have talked about one more report from Oxfam. It is the hunger virus multiplies. So according to this, 11 people die every minute of hunger. Now apart from it, in January month, Oxfam has published one more report titled as the inequality virus. And in this report, the Oxfam finds that COVID-19 pandemic has deepened the existing inequalities in India and across the world, and as per it, the richest billionaires in India have increased their wealth by 35%, while the pandemic has stalled the economy, and in turn it has forced millions of poor people out of job. Then there is one report from UNICEF which is quite important. Title is Suffering in Silence. Actually, it has been published to highlight the plight of Niger during the COVID-19 pandemic. And as per this report, more than 2.1 million children need humanitarian help in the country. Because apart from flood, disasters and malnutrition, Niger has also been affected by the impacts of COVID-19 pandemic very severely. So in your examinations, this question is quite prominent, that which report is released by which organization. So you have to remember at least the name of the organization which has released that particular report. Question number 9. Which country recently reported its first known human death of the rare monkey bee virus? So as we know that a 53-year-old veterinarian in China is the first known human case of an extremely rare viral infection known as monkey bee virus. So here correct answer is option number B. And this virus most commonly infects monkeys and it is rarely seen in humans. So there have been just 50 human cases of the virus reported since it was discovered in 1932 according to US CDC, that is Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. So monkey bee virus belongs to a family of viruses called herpes viruses, while monkeypox virus belongs to a family of viruses known as orthopox viruses. So this is a class of monkey bee virus and this is a class of monkeypox virus. Okay, so there is a difference. Now apart from it, China has recently rolled out a 600 km/h high speed maglev train in Qingdao, which is located in Shandong province of East China. And do remember that it is the fastest available ground vehicle right now. Now Qingdao was also in news because recently it has a massive algae bloom due to pollution and production of organic matter. Then apart from it, Chinese giant panda is no longer an endangered species, rather it is now in the vulnerable category. Apart from it, China is building world's first commercial small modular reactor and named it as Linglong 1. Also, Chinese Ministry of Industry and IT has issued a draft 3-year action plan to develop country's cyber security industry. And along with it, it also estimates that the sector may be worth $38.6 billion by the year 2023. Now can you tell me which countries have been declared malaria free by the World Health Organization? Please write the name of those countries in the comment section. Coming to last question, who has been appointed as the deputy leader of the House in the Rajya Sabha? So Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi has been appointed as the deputy leader of the House in the Rajya Sabha, and he is also our Union Minister for Minority Affairs. So Naqvi takes over from Piyush Goyal, who has been elevated as the leader of the House in the upper house, and Naqvi is also the former Minister of State for Parliamentary Affairs Minister, and hence he is also well versed in parliamentary affairs. Apart from it, recently former leader of the House in the Rajya Sabha, Thawar Chand Gehlot, has been named as Governor of Karnataka. Then Uttarakhand has its new Chief Minister, and who is it? Pushkar Singh Dhami. Then our new Health Minister is Mr. Mansukh Mandavir, and he has replaced Mr. Harshvardhan. Then apart from it, now Ministry of Textile has gone to Piyush Goyal from Smriti Irani. Now Smriti Irani only possesses Ministry of Women and Child Development. Then there is Dharmendra Pradhan, who was the Minister of Petroleum, but now he has been appointed as the Minister of Education. and he has replaced Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank. Then one last name is there, Anurag Thakur. He has been appointed as Sports and Youth Development. So earlier this ministry was under Kiren Rijiju, but now Anurag Thakur is the new in charge for this particular ministry. Now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions. And at the end of the lecture, do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, me Nuzhat Sana signing off.